It's not that way at all. You can take it once and never have to take it again. But it's not, you already know, so you can, it's nice to go back up there. No, but you never have to take it again. One time is all you need with the right person, or the right people in the right place.
She eyes me like a Pisces when I am weak. I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box for...
Hi, I'm Christy Kennedy. I'm also known by Christy Bowden, as I'm married to Matt Bowden. Christy Kennedy is my stage name for my modelling career as a Penthouse Pet and Hustler magazine cover girl. We're in Chiang Mai and we're talking about the Labyrinth. And I'm not even sure if anybody's mentioned that Chiang Mai was built around a labyrinth. When you have to drive around here, the 700-year-old moat is a labyrinth of driving along the wrong side of the road and round corners until you get round to the right place to be. So having the Labyrinth party here, it seemed as though it was already crying out for one. Actually doing a labyrinth for the first time and understanding how to go through a labyrinth and use it for prayer was an amazing experience for me. I could almost feel the spiritual warfare that was raging above my head as you approach the rock in the center of the labyrinth. That's the rock of God, you know, that's where you meant to be able to pause for a moment and gather yourself before you start your journey out. And on your journey out of the labyrinth, you're filled back up with new skills, new talents, and maybe new thoughts about yourself. Hopefully the things that you took in there to get rid of will be gone. And the labyrinth is famous for keeping the Minotaur in. So we had a great Minotaur that came and acted his part really well.
All right, you know what? This is going to appeal to all of you because we're all here tonight. We're in the Labyrinth. Is that true? Are you guys in the Labyrinth tonight? Go get lost. Go have fun out there. This is a Minotaur and Labyrinth joke. Here we go. I'm good at solving labyrinths. It only takes me a minute or two. There we go. Have a great night. Thank you, Melissa.
What came first, the parties or the concerts? I mean, the last show, my 40th birthday, was on 60 Minutes, and I think the newspaper said it was the most extravagant 40th party that New Zealand had ever seen. And then we just got too big for New Zealand, so we started touring other places. But yeah, the parties were always a lot of fun. What grabbed me about the Labyrinth concept was that visually you've got some pretty rich references coming from obviously the Bowie Labyrinth, being a big Bowie fan, Pan's Labyrinth. You've got the Greek mythology, and then there's the meditative labyrinth or prayer that Christy's talked about. Putting those things together, we wanted to create, a lot of people are drawn to Chiang Mai looking for some kind of spiritual change in their lives. There's a lot of travellers passing through and they come in wanting to bring about some change, to change something in their life and leave something behind. And so we wanted to just build that into the thematic material of the party, and so that there's a theme as well as people can interpret it how they like. They can come thinking that this is a Bowie labyrinth or a Pan's labyrinth, or they can arrive and then be told, hey, you need to set your intention and come into this. And as you walk through the labyrinth, you're going to experience a lot of things, and then when you come out the other end, you're going to be a changed person, you know. And so that's just a nice kind of concept. Whether people are just coming in to do that, or whether they're people that use psychoactives or something like that, then it's going to be a deeper, richer experience for them. And so we had it set so that when people arrive, the first thing that they're confronted with is this choice they have to make. There are different paths you can travel through the labyrinth. There's this door, there's that door, and there are characters that they're interacting with. So we didn't tell anybody that this was going to be like a game. We just told them to come, that there was going to be an immersive theatrical experience. But the idea was that people would come in and interact with characters or NPCs, if you like, a little bit like a Dungeons and Dragons game. And depending on how far into it you go, there's a whole game. There's different levels of experience that unlock at different times of the day. Or you can just go in there and be at a party, and there's kind of and the rest of it just becomes like a texture, a thematic kind of texture. And we had it kind of set with different levels. The idea was that you'd come in there and there'd be a treasure room which is locked up, and there's a golem or a character in there, and it's just locked up, you can't get in there. And there's no functionality to it except that you know there's something going on. You don't know what the hell it is, you know. And there's another room, there's like a harem, where the idea is we'd have people in there with shisha, and there are special drinks that you can only get at the harem, and you want to walk in there, but there's a guard who won't let you in unless you've got a stamp. And we're not giving out stamps at the door, and no one's going to tell you how to get a stamp. But the idea is that you need to be interactive, and so we've got fairy godmothers who are doing sort of costume and makeup. If you just ignore them and decide, well, I'm not going to wear a costume, I'm not going to be part of this, fine. You're not getting a stamp, and you're not getting in that room. Okay, and likewise, there's collaborative art where you get up and have a go of painting something, and we encourage everyone to be part of that. And so the collaborative art, the witch that's running that, she's got a stamp as well. She's got maybe a red stamp. Different characters have got quests as well. If you go off on a mission for someone and you solve some problem, that one character gives you a